Hello all, this is Alys and here we are with day 2 of the 2004 Bachelor Alpha of Pathologic. And yes, this time it is a full day. Yeah, you heard it, the whole shebang in one video, and it's only 2 hours and a half-ish. Which I hope shall be the same for the rest of the days in the Alpha, so I do not have to go multi-part anymore. So, without further ado, Alys plays Pathologic, the Bachelor Alpha, Day 2, in which we begin to see the destruction our enemy leaves upon its wake. And here we are again in Day 2. Even though we are not that much tired, I'm going to do the usual 6 hours of sleep because as you can see in this alpha, at least in the first few days, haven't gone much further than some quests in day 3 actually, previous to recording these videos, that is. Yeah, time can be a bit easier, maybe. Yeah, a bit easier on the player than what the final product will offer. But then again, this is an alpha, not the Pathologic we all know and love or hate, depending, of course, on... Yeah, sorry, I got sidetracked. What I wanted to do was open the inventory too. It's some stuff. Yeah, you were probably all grimacing considering that I ate a piece of fresh meat, a piece of fresh fish, and some canned vegetables, but yeah, as you can see, not even the fresh stuff is helping reduce that much the hunger. Okay, so in day 2 we have 3 quests, and we're going to trigger the first one, talking with Eva.
Is it true? What have you learned? Don't console me. Just tell me if it's true, or if there's still hope that it's not.
I have learned a lot of things in the last day that would not have seemed true to me under any circumstances until recently.
But Sandert,
A sandpest.
it's true? Simon died of a sand ulcer.
Yes, why are you so scared?
Then we need to run away from here. Daniel, run away immediately. At least on foot along the tracks, but now, in the steppe, of course, we will die, but at least not so painfully.
Okay, I'm tired of being here myself. When does the train leave?
Every month a freight train is loaded with raw materials. Skins and meat is sent from the station. Women of the way of life accompany this train with mournful singing and crying. This is the ritual. It is forbidden for living people to sit on it. The only person who is allowed to ride it is a deaf-mute River or Dong. Only he can lead the train through the steppe.
Odong? Who is it?
Odong means he who holds his horns. This is the name of the people who bring booze from the steppe.
Is it possible to negotiate with this driver?
No, he's deaf and dumb. Besides, he's not quite human. He considers his role sacred. But there's a way out. I think I know a man who managed to intimidate even this deaf-mute Odong. This is Andrei Stamatin. Andrei treats me down, but tell him my request. He will not refuse me, and surely even he won't want to rot from sun ulcer.
First of all, Eva, my girl, you deserve better. But I will convey your request to Andre. And here we are. Eva said that Andre could take us out of town. The deaf-mute driver is afraid of him. And yeah, we have the first mission. It's not too late to prepare and carry out an escape from the city. Convince Andre Stamatin of the need to escape. And yeah, here we go. Back to, well, not actually back to, more like in direction to the broken heart. But we're also going to make a stop before that in the shelter, because one of the other missions that we might get this day, we need to talk to Lara to get it. Okay, yeah, sorry. But before that, well, yeah, those who have played of you who have played the game, you know this is the House of the Living quest. So we are going to check, and yeah, and this lady does happen to have stuff that we are going to need. And off we go, and we visit Lara, but not before we pick some bottle. And maybe do a little visit. Hello? Hello? Yeah, she's too far away for the command to work. Ah, she has some bread. Oh, of course. Now, would you like some Mirador, madam? Perfect. So we have so far, yeah, 2 pieces of fresh bread, the cooked meat that we have already, and the dried fish. We're going to need 1 piece of fresh bread and 2 of dried fish. Unless I'm wrong and well cooked, I mean dried meat wasn't the one, but I think it is. Catch me in an hour or so trying to change this. Okay, yeah. Have the Mirador, madam. And give me some bread, wouldn't ya? Yeah, that's for you. Am I doing this in the hopes I get to keep some of the money that I'm supposed to get during this quest? Maybe. Is it a wrong idea? It might be. But, well, at least I'm going to try. because that's mostly in the spirit of this game, trying and failing, even if yeah, I do hate failing, but I pretty much imagine I'm not alone in this. You see what a panic is going on in the city. Prices are rising by the hour, and this is despite the fact that food has not been brought to us for several months. The shops are empty. People are ready to buy everything at crazy prices. They are preparing for an epidemic. Yes, something unheard of. It seems that prices have tripled. We need to buy provisions, a lot of provisions, even today. This task seems impossible to me. I'm afraid tomorrow will be a hopeless task. How much do you want to buy? It takes a lot. I want at least 12 people to be able to live in a house that will become a shelter during the epidemic for months. With the most modest expenses, of course. My friends will take refuge in it, and those who will take part in its arrangement. And what did you do for this? I collected all the money I could find. I've equipped messengers. Now they go to the shops. They ask the price, they buy. Now we need to take the most important investments from Kane and Olgimsky. Julia also agreed to contribute her share. I'll go to them now, and then I'll join this crazy raid on empty shops. You are going nowhere, Lara. And anyway, keep in mind, the one who will not leave the house will survive. Anyone who runs to the streets will die. Do you understand? Yes, but I'm used to doing everything myself, and now we have no other way out. I'll make purchases. I'm going to have to walk around the city today anyway. Tell me what to do. It is necessary to take funds from the younger Olgimsky, Julia, and Maria Gaina. Tell them you are in on the case. Then you need to buy as many sour cakes, smoked meat, and fish at good prices as possible. Only what is stored for a long time, all equally. All this must be taken to the house of the living. I'll show you. Okay. Thanks. I'm sorry to burden you with such heavy household work, but the time will come, and many will be glad that we managed to take care of such vital things. I don't consider this work to be particularly hard or household. This is a big and important matter. And, yeah, help Lara organize a house of the living, a shelter for friends and family in which it will be possible to wait out the epidemic. To take money from the purchase and provisions from younger Vlad, Maria Kaina, and Yulia Luricheva, many loaves, 3, bundles of dried fish, 3, and smoked hams, 3. And yeah. By the way, yeah, forgot that we also gotta go to see Saburov to the road. And we're going to check in this place called, yeah, a shop, sorry. I suddenly forgot how to English, not that it doesn't happen many a time. And as you can see, well, as you have been able to see so far, the shops are might be marked as pharmacies, clothes shops, or food shops, but yeah, there's a bit more of a generic mixture to them. Okay, so you do happen to have some fish. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your service. And we need so far another dried fish, and I just realized that I had forgotten to save after I met Lara, so save 1, day 2, Street 01. So I'm picking up stuff. More. And yeah, we're going to see Julia. Hopefully we'll get some money from her, which will allow us to finish our buy-in. And hopefully keep some money that we're right. Yeah, I know that this is some bit of lying, but the game lies to you, the townspeople lie to you. Why wouldn't you lie to the game a bit in return? Did you manage to find out anything? I came on behalf of Larabelle. Oh yeah, she asked me to buy provisions to stock up on water and something else. Some couriers have already come to me offering their services, and someone else is a speculator. It is incomprehensible to the mind what is happening, and all this doomsday is caused by the death of one person. City is threatened by an epidemic of a contagious disease. It will probably be worse than the plague, Julia. The death of one person has nothing to do with it. You amaze me. Yesterday we laughed at the gossip about Shabnak, but these rumors had some real basis. By the way, men still do not know what kind of life is there in the depths of the steppe, what kind of people live there, what they eat and what they make out of clay. And you believe the gossip about the disease immediately, just because the disease is more familiar than a clay cannibal. Nah, I only soberly assess the veracity of both phenomena. Here's the money. I do not believe in an epidemic, so I am in no hurry to give all my property to the needs of the suffering. I trust the integrity of Larabelle. I hope this money will be useful to her for other needs, and not for a group in a shelter. Good Lord, Julia the Negationist. Of course, we, and by we, again, I do mean all of us who have played the game, do know the reasons why she's sort of, this sort of sandpest negationist. But it's still too much. That's the kind of blindness that destroys people in critical situations. Thank you for your contribution. And yeah, monies. Some saving. Save. Day 2. Julia 01. And maybe we're lucky, and in the next shop we might pick the bait of dried fish we have left. Maybe. Hello, madam. Of course not. Okay, it might be just me, but I'm going to pick this cooked meat just in case. And yeah, I'm also picking the more cooked meats if I do happen to have the chance to do so. Just covering all my bases here because While, as you guys have seen, that I do remember the missions that we have to take care of here, sometimes some stuff escapes me. Yeah, it does happen to be like that sometimes. And here's our man Sagurov. I believe you, Doctor. Frankly speaking, I am one of the few people who believe you. The rest are showing amazing blindness. Excellent. The main thing is that I managed to convince you. We still have a few precious hours to stop the spread of the infection, as Isidor Burak did a few years ago. We need to declare a state of emergency. But there is nothing I can do. My hands are tied. Who is responsible for the order in the city? I am responsible for the order in the city. For many years, the Saburovs have held executive power. The trouble is that until now we have not had a serious reason to apply it. In peacetime, the scales tilted to the size of the lawmakers of Cain. What prevents you from applying it now? The power belongs to the triumvirate, over which stands the patron, the dominant ruler. But now Simon is dead. His place is empty. Georgi and Vlad are too worried that the old balance will not be disturbed. Now, against the background of these morning events, a new order is taking shape, and a new form of configuration of power. So, what is it? If I declare a state of emergency arbitrarily, civil strife will begin. Feudal war. I need at least their recognition. And for large-scale actions, the money of the Olgimskis and the authority of the Canes. The practical grasp of Big Blood and the powerful abilities of Georgi, as well as the obedience to my orders on the part of their... Okay. Come on, Alys, you can do this. And this word is not difficult. Yeah. As well as the obedience to my orders on the part of their servants. Why are they unwilling to meet you halfway? It is clear that every minute is precious. The city will perish. What will they rule over? This damned infantilism of theirs. One is a greedy child, the other is capricious. It seems to them that if they admit that our city has been hit by a disease, it will really happen. And as long as they don't believe in it, it simply doesn't exist. Either this is megalomania or an insidious calculation. What should I do to convince them? Find the evidence, any, immediately. While Rubin is tinkering with the body, and he will be tinkering for a long time, because he is not a professional, the moment will be missed. Help me, Dankovsky. Find the actual evidence, show them, and they will not be able to get away. How? I've asked for help from some people I trust. They probably even offered to help you. The first news is already coming from them. And an angel even claims that she knows how to find undoubted evidence from the outbreak of the epidemic. She needs the help of a competent person. And I was going to come 2 hours ago, but she's still not here. Fine. Okay, I'll talk to her. And an angel knows something. I bet she does. I bet she does. Just in case. Okay, so as you can see in the dialogue, but the possibility for the dialogue is already triggered, but let's try for the mission first. Oh, by the way, Here's our main task for the day. Convince the heads of the ruling families to unite in the face of a common threat and give Saburov extraordinary powers. And to do this, it is necessary to show them visual evidence of the spread of the Sun Plague. Find out what alarmed Anna Angel. Okay, so here we are. First of all, I'm going to check this other shop. We might get lucky enough to pick. Hello, madam. Yes! So we're picking the cooked meat and the other dried fish. And we have the 3 loaves of bread, the smoked meat, the dried fish, and 2 pieces of the cooked meat, just to make sure. And yeah, we're gonna go in actual direction to Anna Angel's. But of course, I forgot. Yet that was not me trying to censor myself from using an expletive. Gotta keep things as PG-13 as possible, even in this game. Otherwise, there might be things happening to this video when I upload it to YouTube. Yeah, we're checking on Andrei. You sit down. There's no truth in the legs. Eva wants to escape from the city if you hurry, it is too late. She said only you can arrange it. Escape? What on earth? Was she scared by yesterday's murder? Yes, no one will dare to touch her with a finger. Why wouldn't he dare? At least because whoever touches her will have to deal with me. Is it that unpleasant? It ends up with torn organs and broken spines. I don't kill anyone, but I always break my spine. Andrei, my dude, you probably need to see a doctor, maybe, and yeah, maybe Daniel could try that, but I don't think I'd recommend it. And of course I have to agree with Daniel here. I hope I never get a chance to observe this. On the other hand, Eva's right about something. Yes, it's time to leave here. Yesterday's bacchanal disgusted me. The struggle for the throne is about to begin, and I don't want to see its consequences. We can't stay here anymore. So, we're going? If, of course, my brother agrees. Without him, you know, I'm not going anywhere. I'll talk to him. I have to persuade Peter, Andrei's brother. I don't know what will come of it. And yeah, forgot to show the bits regarding Eva's mission. Lara mentioned Yulia Lirisheva. She can help with in her venture with the House of the Living. Lara mentioned the younger Vlad. He can help in her venture with the House of the Living. And Lara mentioned Maria Caina. She can help with her venture with the House of the Living. And yeah, Eva was going to run away from the city, and I will try to help her with this. Thanks for nothing, Andrei. To obtain the consent of Peter Stamatin. And off we go. We're gonna check. I forgot. Not me being an absolute dummy with the commands yet. Again, day 2, Andre 01. Perfect. And yeah, we're going to see Anna and her neck that scares me. But first of all, we're going to check that shop just in case it happens to have what I'm looking for. Hello, ma'am. Nah, she doesn't. Was a pleasure nonetheless. Now we're going to check on Anna Angel. And her neck that scares me so much. Do you think it's already impossible to stop it? I came on behalf of Saburov. In order for the rules to agree to transfer their powers to him and begin to act with him at the same time, actual evidence is needed. You know where to find them, right? There's little consolation. No one believes you. It seems that all of those who can help in any way. Saburov is the only person who has taken your side. He's ready to act to stop the trouble, but I'm afraid the time has already been lost. Hannah, what do you know? Has someone found the source of infection? All night there were disturbing news from different quarters of the city. There were mainly caused by the horror of the ogre and the outrages of the crazed avengers. Gossiping. They said all sorts of stupid things. But some news alerted me. Which ones? These news were brought by children. In some places, they noted an unusual silence. In some places, a strange behavior of animals, especially dogs. In some places, large concentrations of rats were seen. Such things get lost in the general panic. Yes, it looks like the first signs of infections, but the look had been caused by fear. Dogs are always nervous with people, and the rats, there are abattoirs nearby, right? Oh, abattoir might be hated. There were other signs. Frightening inscriptions and nasty spots appeared on the wall somewhere, oily to the touch, near the silent houses. They heard the hoarse breathing of huge lungs. They say that Shabnak, the spirit of the disease, breathes poisoned air and leaves its fat on the walls. Show me where these places are. Children know what these places are. There were only 3 of them, a lot of 4. That's what? Askapela, little Olgimskaya. All the children flock to her like butterflies to the fire. Of course, they tell her everything I've heard, and even more. She's in the cloth now. Okay, I'll ask little Victoria, and you stay here and don't go anywhere. Brought by children, Askapela. And yeah, Ubi. I hate this word. Ubiquitous children, like mice, will sniff out everything first. It is worth talking to their confessor, Capella. And I think that you guys might have noticed that there was another dialogue option that was offered here, and that I suspect has to do with what will later become the main mission of day 4, at least in the next versions. I'm not sure if at this stage it did. As I've told you all, the furthest I've managed with this, yeah, with this alpha has been day 3. But yeah, on day 4 you get Bladito asking you to gather medicines from Lara, I think it was Julia, Lara, and Anna. And yeah, it's amusing to see that we get the dialogue here. I mean, I'm not trying it so far because I want to check if it ends up triggering on the other characters. I know it. There's the option when you talk to Bladito, but I'm not so sure about Julia and Lara. Okay, so yeah, I forgot to save yet again. But yeah, it also does happen that for me saving is somewhat necessary because who knows if my computer decides to play a trick on me. It's happened before. Not gonna let it happen again. Hey, another shop! Let's see, just in case. Hello, ma'am. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much. You're fantastic. And off we go. Perfect, because we arrived just in place to ask sweet little Capella about this silent houses thing. And after we go by this parade of drunken men, here we are. Bachelor Dankowski. Victoria, I need your help. I was just waiting for you. I wanted to tell you about 2 suspicious places. It seems they might interest you. Who knows who is hiding there? Tell me. Terrified kids flock to me from all over the town. The younger ones are afraid of Shaknak, who is older, says that in some houses not everything is well. I see you have good informants. Where are these houses located? Children are wonderful storytellers. They remember in detail everything that seems important to them, but they completely lose sight of the rest. Mine also pay attention to small details, but miss the main thing. I can only give you an approximate area. Okay. I will be very grateful to you. It's in the ground, in the southern dysfunctional part of the city, and there you will need a guide. Find a boy named Matt. He will show you the silent houses. At the same time, he will tell you where which district is so that you don't get confused in the names. Thank you. And Lara was also looking for you. I wanted to ask you for help. Everyone needs you. I've already seen her. Fine, Sticky. Yeah. And it looks like the little Grace, yeah, in this case it's Capella, herself was scared about what she had done. You need to get to to check out the addresses of the silent houses. Okay. And save day 2 Capella 01. I was just wondering, yeah. So we are going to pay a visit to my man Bladito. We get some monies, some very nice monies. Wait, oh yeah, of course, fantastic. Let's see if you have something for me, ma'am. Yes, you do happen to have something for me. Thanks a lot. A pleasure to do business with you. And yeah, it's water time. And we just got a little letter, but let me fill my buttons because I know this letter is from Maria. I think, note by Maria, come to me urgently, Mary Kane. Sorry, yeah. The farther I go, the more I notice that some corrections evaded me. I did try though. Hello, Bladito. Hello, my man. We will think about how to live on. I came on behalf of Larabelle. Yes, I remember everything. Here's what I can give her personally. It's a pity. It's impossible to shake around the sum out of my father. Is there any way to convince him? It's better not to try. Is that so? Why is that? He has his own point of view on this. It seems that he also admits that you may be right. Admits, but does not admit. Do you catch the difference? Of course, for some reason, such proof is not profitable for him now, especially if it immediately entails expenses. I catch the difference. I just can't figure what kind of game he's up to. I won't discuss that. I can only sympathize, and I advise not to bother my father with this question. I understand. And yes, you can see we also get dialogue options here for what I said before, which I suspect is the main mission of day 4. But it does look as if you had already spoken with Bladito and you had already got the the instructions to follow. I think I might not be touching this one just in case. And yeah, no, I said we were going to try to gather as much lore as it was possible. And yet no, I get really boring with all this saving. But it has a purpose, at the least I hope. With covered all the bases with the food, but there's still Maria to talk to, and just in case we're going to talk to Eva. I don't think she has anything to tell us yet.
How hard my heart is beating. It is about to jump off my chest.
Well, goodbye. Yeah, she doesn't have anything to tell us yet. Was worth a try. By the way, what time is it? Yeah, apparently only 2 hours have managed to pass since we started the day, more or less. And yet, as you have seen, we have the 3 missions started. We're going to get our bound. Yeah, because in the alpha we do happen to get our bound in day 2. That's the reason why Maria, dear darling Maria, I have one request for you. Which one? I am asking you to take care of a few residents of our town. Don't ask why. I'm not sure yet, but it seems to me that death will soon overtake them. I can't refuse you. And as far as I have seen, I think in this case it's randomized because in my first 2 tries to record this part of the alpha, I got different bounds because in one, for example, I got Julia, and in the other I got Victor. Funnily enough, I think Katarina was one of the few who, if not the only one, who repeated in the 3 times I tried. But now, my bound are Katarina, Baby Girl, Murky, Andrei Stamatin, my man Bladito, and who else? And my boy Notkin. Of course. Thanks so much, Maria. You have a hard look. Lara wanted to meet you to take donations for the House of the Living. I forbade her to go outside. I don't advise you either. Yes, I give her my personal savings, but it takes a lot more to do such a thing. I persuaded my father to allocate funds from our family treasury, but they still do not want to believe in the epidemic. This is a family policy at the moment. And why do you believe me? I don't think about it. And if you want to know why I felt it necessary to give my funds to Lara, I will answer you. Because that's how I feel. By the way, have you already found proof of your rightness? No. We should never found them. I would drink honey with your mouth. Daniel, this is not the time to flirt. And yeah, I think I got some more money just in case. Well, yeah. No more Maria. Save. Maria 02. And yeah. We need to get to Sticky. Yeah, the main 2 are talking to Peter and finding Sticky. There's the part in which I could already go to see Lara. But I think I'm going to wait a little more on that one because I don't know if it's just me or something in the alpha, but when I did happen to try to do okay, I'm going in the complete opposite direction. Told you guys that I am not the best person at orienting myself even in places I do happen to know, like real life places, and this town, which does happen not to be a real life place, but I happen to have spent an inordinate amount of time here. In the classic version and the Pathologic 2 version. And let's see if my man has something. Hello. Shall we switch? Yeah, my man, you happen to have some stuff I do happen to want. Thank you for your business. Good lord, I'm so glad they took away most of the dogs in the other versions. Hello. Shall we switch? Apparently not. Could have sworn this worked, but probably was just me. So we talk to Peter. And we talk to Sticky. And we also do happen to pray for the fact. Hey, I thought that was some twire herb, and that was like the twire. Turns out it wasn't. Okay, let's see. Yeah, barely an hour has passed. Thinking that maybe we cannot sleep at Peter's place. Don't remember if you can at Saburops, but might be worth a try. Oh wait, I think you can at Julia's. At the very least. I mean, just to make sure that stuff doesn't end up blocked because we do happen to be completing the missions too early in the day. So yeah, my boy Daniel is going to have a teeny weeny sleepy. Oh Christ. Okay. Fine. So freaking fine. I thought Julia would have a place for me to sleep. Turns out I have to return to Lara's. And no, this alpha, it doesn't happen to be slowly chipping away any semblance of sanity that I might have. The classic HD and the two versions did that previously. So, the merits for them. Oh, come on, Lara, please, 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 please. Yeah, you do have a bed. I love you, my girl. Day 2. Lara 02. No wonder why you are one of my favorite NPCs. Oh, come on. Bless you. Let's put 3 hours on, which will be more than enough to have me. Okay, so now we're going to go have a delightfully nice 3 hours sleepy, in which our boy Daniel has now managed to move the day a bit forward, and yeah, what will happen to us? I managed to buy quite a bit. Merchants ask for a loaf of bread as much as a wagon of grain costs. We need more. There are shops where cheap goods appeared from time to time. It has something to do with the rumors about the impending requisitions. Please, all hope is on you. Everyone I gave orders to brought us half as much as they needed. I'll try to create a miracle. Yeah, it's this one, but yeah, the first is what we have to get through with. Here's what you asked for.
Is that all you managed to buy?
Yes.
They should be taken to an empty house in the saddle. Remember when I told you how to walk? My friends and one quartermaster who helped us with our purchases are already waiting there.
I'll be back in a while. Okay, so this house will be the home for the living. Take supplies to the house reserved for shelter. Day 2, Lara 03, and off we go to find this house, this silly little house, and we all know what's gonna happen, don't we? I mean, it even appeared on the H-Bomber guy video. But we still gotta try. Yeah, that's the thing with these games, isn't it? You know, everything's pretty much bound to end in disaster. But you gotta try. Hello? Shall we switch? Nah, apparently not. If you guys are wondering, what I'm looking for is a lockpick or a master key, as it's called here. Hello! Shall we exchange? No, thank you. Hello! Shall we exchange? Thank you, sweetie. And You know what? Here's another one for you. You are a sweetie little one. Bless you. And yeah, we're going to have quite the collection of bottles here. But yeah, even if it's just for hydration, it does happen to have a purpose. And here we are. And I'm saving. Save day 2 HOL01. I'm saving just in case. I've saved already. What I wanted to do was open the inventory. Bless. Now we close the inventory. We get our tiny doctor hands in there, and we prepare for the worst. And here we are. Hello. You see, everyone died here. It's unclear why. Probably the echoes of yesterday's vendetta. We're in some confusion ourselves. What should I do with all this food? The dead donated. Bring your sacrifices to Lara. Didn't she ask you for food? She wanted to call a shot to the house of the living, didn't she? What should she do? Turn her own house into a shelter for lepers? Yes, that's right. It looks like there was no division for the actual division for the answer here. She won't need it anymore anyway. Lara has only a few days left to live. I advise her not to deny herself anything. What? Will she die? How do we know? We don't run this place. We know only one thing. It won't be long. Nothing depends on us. Who does it depend on? Soon it will be quite obvious. Hurry up. Otherwise the sufferer Lara will die of hunger today. I'll get to you later. Yeah, let's get the heck out of here, because we all know what's going on. Hello. Shall we exchange? And yeah, we're picking another master key because it's going to be all kinds of useful. But it's been a day already. Wouldn't be pathologic if it wasn't a day already. And yeah, they had not picked that was around since last night. Guess I could have made some commentary, but considering sorry, what went on in real life, at the same time I happen to know about the existence of this game. Yeah, better if I shut my mouth. What will happen to us? I brought provisions, but in the house you pointed out to me, there are only strange-looking orderlies. He adapted theatrical robes and masks to protect against infection. At least that was what I understood. Yes, I already know. We have to make a house of the living here. And I know that the house of the living is always open for you. We will take care of the accumulated, give out a little, but enough for life. I wish it was over soon. I'll come to see you soon. House of the Living will be arranged in the mansion of Larabelle. You can always find a bed and food here. Bless you, Lara. Bless you, my sweetie. And now it's the time for me to check. And it was the dried meat. Anyhow, let's have something. Otherwise, starvation might get to myself. And we wouldn't like that, would we? Hello, sweetie. Yeah, sorry, not interested as of yet. Was a pleasure to try to do business with you. After all, kiddies in this place are the best businessmen and businesswomen. Shall we switch? Yeah, because you do happen to have a master key. What I can offer you, darling, I can offer you a golden ring. Gung, gung, gung. Could have sworn I did pick the cartridges. Anyhow, we do have another lockpick, and I'm loving that. Hello, shall we switch? I forgot that I don't have anything else with which I can offer. And let's check on my man Peter Stamatin and my little boy Sticky. Then we get to wherever Sticky sends us. And yeah, you guys are going to find that it is quite the familiar place, only with some changes maybe. And I'm, as of yet, not sure if it was designated as the place we all happen to know it will be later. But it's in the same location, so yeah, I'm probably going to repeat that 1,000 times, but I hate these stairs. I hate them so much. And of course I forgot the finger guns. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Better not look at them. What was that Russell Jatna? Or is it out of in the window? Your brother suggests we run away. Escape from here? Is he out of his mind? What's so special about this place? Everything I've lived for so far is embodied here. I don't have time to live here yet. I haven't finished my observations yet. It remains to find out just a little bit. What are you talking about? You won't understand. You have never built anything. And you're wrong. I built Thanatica, and also a new theory about the problem of human mortality. Then I'm sorry. It is strange that you don't understand me. It seems that you yourself are ready to risk your life for the sake of your business? Yes, this is true. Find a way to convince Peter Stamatin. Yep. No, goodbye, my lad. course. I am Good Lord in heaven. Oh! There's stuff behind in here. And there's a door! Funny. Anyhow. Since we all already know that we cannot get out of here through actual in-game means, I'm going to cheat just a teeny weeny bit. Save day 2 sticky 01. My boy! Will you teach me to tell by the pupil how long has a person left to live? Have you seen a silent house, they say? We saw this silent house. In vain I climbed inside. Can you imagine me just... Examine me just in case? Although they say if you get sick, you immediately feel it. It feels like boiling tar has been poured into you. In how... You don't have a fever. Are you saying you've been into infected houses? Where is it? One is very close, across the yard. Such fear. And if it goes farther... But nobody cares. The guys who also said that if blood flows from under the door, the Mara ate here. No one believes it until the thunder breaks. Okay, let's check it out now. Walk around the silent houses and see evidence of the spread of the disease that killed Simon. The word of the Bachelor will be enough for the rulers. Have you quenched your thirst for feats? I think I know who we need to look for. I've already heard about the werewolf and about the bloodsucker and about the ogre. And about the fact that he's a woman, about the fact that she's a man. And then he has many heads and he passes through walls and that is invisible. But this is nonsense. Well, who else do you want to find? The killer isn't usual, but he is. We need to look for a disease carrier, right, teacher? I hear the speech of a serious man. Who is it? A humanoid creature with very pale skin, so white that it seems to glow. Sometimes comes to the surface. It walks somewhere in the Rottenfield area, while the cemetery approaches the abattoirs. I'm not sure, I might need to check, but this could also be the trigger for a mission that does not happen until a few days later, which is, the mission where we meet the albino. Have you seen him? Once. But I'm not sure what was it. A couple of times we tried to track it down, but it seems to feel being followed and won't budge. In general, many signs are suitable. Indeed, not quite an ordinary thing. I can even guess where the rumors about the few heads came from. From where? He really has several of them. Stupid prank, kid. Yes, you can see it doesn't trigger anything. By the way, I just realized that Lara did not get any dialogue regarding the pills mission. Okay, so let me think. As far as I believe, this might be one of the silent houses, so we are going our way. I want to say this might be one of the silent houses. I mean, in the, because it looks like the location of Isidore's house in the finished version of Pathologic, or at the very least in Classic HD. Let's see if we can get through here. I think we may. No, of course not. We may not. Let's check. I have the first building of the cemetery. Yeah. We gotta go. There's stuff on the floor. Funny. Yeah. We are getting our way in here. Yeah, not that sure now. Doesn't look very... because it isn't. Good lord, I'm pretty sure that by this time you all are rolling your eyes. Because this is getting, yeah, slightly ridiculous. And when I mean slightly ridiculous, it's like, yeah. I get lost. I get very, very lost. Yeah, I got it. I think. And here it is. The silent house. And we're going to save. Save day 2. Silent 01. Looks like we're going to enter into Silent Hill. Yeah, sorry, wrong video game series. And we have our lockpick. And wish me luck. Oh, good lord. It's all too big. Oh dear. Hello, madam. Who is it? Is there a person here? Will you help me? Oh my god, no. What's the matter with you? Where does this come from? What? It hurts terribly. My head burst. The blood in the veins is sintered from this heat. I'm not shouting, it's just the kids won't hear. Lie still. Don't get too close. We're all dying already. I told my sisters not to go outside. Okay, hold on. I'll come back and get help. Ollie, don't kill us. Don't kill them if they ask for help. They're already numb from the pain. I heard them looking for each other. And remember, don't go near them and get away from me. I'll be back. Take the key. If we lose consciousness, open the door. Hold on. Take the key back to the get the key to the silent house to Alexander Saburov. And off we fucking go. And sorry for the expletive. Good Lord in heaven. Did I just remember how incredibly stressed that bit made me when I played it for the first time? Well, I did. I mean, I even had some silly jokes ready to crack in this and in the House of the Living. No. But yeah, I forgot them, and better that I did. Well, silly me. This is in direction to Anna's house. I'm going to check just in case. Andre, wants to tell me something? You sit down. There's no truth in the legs. Peter doesn't believe me either. How to convince him? Currently does not believe. Look around. When there was an outbreak of Goebbels, you should have seen what the raw buildings turned into. The houses locked by barracks, literally struck in agony. The walls were blistering, the windows were covered with the crimson mold. Everything was covered with all sorts, blood and blood mixed from the pipes. Such things. Metaphors. No, these are not metaphors. I accurately described the facts. Above the earth there was a chorus of howling voices, so definite that it covered the mourning horse of the factories. From the screams of the suffering people, glass flew out of the windows. And all this happened in a few hours. That's what a girl believes. So don't talk nonsense. How was she stopped? Burak did something. No one had time to understand anything, as everything was already over. The deceased were then cremated, and someone was even saved, it seems to be. So, what should I tell Eva? A convincing finding that speaks in favor of your theory would help. That flash of the girl being made an extremely heavy impression of Peter. Since then, my brother has been leaning on treating. But since there's no Gerbil in the city, alas, tell Eva that the idea failed because of Peter. Maybe it would comfort her. I'll look for it. And we all know, well, again, we all who have played the game, or maybe even those who have just seen the H-Bomber guy video, know what will happen here. But anyhow, this game is so gloriously depressing. I love it. I'm listening to you, Bachelor. I found the evidence, Commander. Here's the key to the house where people are dying of pain and waiting for anyone who wants to examine them. Is that enough? I have already been informed of your brilliant success. The news is ahead of you. Now I ask you to personally convey to the feudal lords about your opinion about what you saw in that house. Then we will consider the mission over. I will. And now, we gotta go to see Georgi and to see Senor Vlad. That, of course, if I manage to get out of here. Funnily enough, I mean, I've gone through this bit. Yeah, multiple times. It's not an exaggeration. After all, I've played. I did play the Bachelor route. Mm, Not completely, but quite a few times. So that includes the first 2 days at the very least. Because yeah, at first I was trying to play it through to do a blind walkthrough. So I had to repeat a lot of stuff. It's it's almost funny how it's gotten to me this time. Anyhow, let's see, Senor Blood. See what you've done, Doctor. You will not be able to leave. The city is closed. I transferred my powers to Saburov. He hastened to thank me, and in a sign of his gratitude, appointed me quartermaster. I am in charge of equipping the infirmaries. I'm sure this is not the only way to communicate with the world. The only one. So the station is closed. But it will open when a regular train with goods arrives. It will certainly open, Doctor. Then we will discuss how to get out of here. Transport vehicle. Thanks, but I'm not going to leave yet. Moreover, breaking the law. Sorry. In return, I wanted to ask you for a counter service. Let's try to negotiate. I'm listening to you. Tell me, Master Blood, what is happening in the termitary now? Would you like to see the termitary? Did I hear right? Yes, I have serious concerns that an infection could have penetrated there. Then they will let you into the termitary. Even if you manage to get past the guards, you will be torn apart inside. It's hard for you to imagine what is going on there. People sleep on the floor in an embrace with bowls. One huge stall. They don't even know how to talk. They just roar and howl. You have peculiar working conditions. And it looks like we cannot do anything else regarding Senor Blood. So we go to see Georgi. Maybe there might be a slightly illegal way for me to get some stuff. Nothing? Are you kidding me? Yeah, you do happen to be kidding me. Good Lord in heaven. See, kiddos, this is what happens when you try to do things in a somewhat but not completely illegal way. You don't get any prizes, you only get frustration. But I just happened to spend a lockpick in this. Oh wait. Of course I am a dumb person. I did happen to visit this place yesterday, so I pretty much imagine that at least at this stage the loot doesn't reload. Serves me right for being a bad person who didn't want to be fully bad. Oh, good Lord in heaven. Guess I might okay. Was a pleasure not doing business with you, dear, but let's see, my boy, what you happen to have. Shall we exchange? Nah. Hello, sweetie. Shall we exchange? It's fine. You take silly decisions, you live with the consequences of them. Unless it is getting infected. I am not above reloading. How safe if I get infected? Lord knows I've done it multiple times. Well, let's go see our man Georgi. I am guilty before you, dear Bachelor. Forgive the old man. I've led you on the wrong track. I thought that your ignorance would have a magical effect on the circumstances. Excuse me. You haven't brought us any unexpected news, have you? No. The disease is already spreading through the city. It is urgently necessary to appoint those responsible. Gather doctors and orderlies. Saburov demanded authority from us. Let him command. I have already put all the people, money and medicines at his disposal. We don't have any doctors or orderlies. The only person who understands medicine is now examining my brother's body. It is strange, by the way, that there is still no news from him, which should set for him. What will you do? We will fight until the very end. I will personally pursue those who dare say that this is an inevitable reckoning, that Simon got his. No one will dare to claim that everything created by such an inhuman effort is subject to inevitable destruction. Payback for what? Anyone who defies the laws of natural mechanics sooner or later pays for it. But you don't want to believe it, do you? Fatigue, which they take for wisdom, disposes people to this conclusion. But the echo causes noise. If we keep saying and believing that we are doomed, it will become so. What now, Judge? We are similar, dear Bachelor. I am grateful to you for everything, both for the risk you took for us and for your disappointing conclusion. Whatever decision you make, you can count on our family. The promised reward is waiting for you. Brother Victor will give the appropriate orders. Thank you, Judge. I'll take my leave now. It looks like Victor has something for me. Let's see what he has. Also, let's see what time is it. Okay, it's 3 o'clock. Looks like the clock is advancing some. And it looks like Victor actually has nothing for me. Wait, he probably would have. Maybe if I hadn't finished the House of the Living quest so quickly. Well, who knows? Anyhow, so that means yeah, it's been announced. Hey, are you kidding me? Now that's a funny development. The mission has absolutely disappeared. The one in which we escape with, or at the very least try to escape with Peter, Andrei, and Eva. I'm gonna check if Eva has to say anything about this. What an interesting development. It looks like... I don't wonder if it does happen in... Okay. It still triggers some dialogue. Andrei agrees, but he's not going anywhere without Peter, and Peter refuses. I can try to persuade him, but I don't think I can do it. Maria would have done much better. Maybe she will agree to help us? Are there no other ways? I don't want to reveal your cards to Kane. Do you have any evidence of an impending outbreak of some canker? Yes. Still, turn to Maria. Peter is so unpredictable, and Maria knows how to squeeze his heart. One word from her and will be enough to make Peter change his mind. I will try. Mary may know something that can convince Peter. Hey! Looks like it appeared yet again. And it looks like I was almost going to crash on to that wall. Let's go check on Maria. I'm not even sure if that was a bug, or maybe I was a bit silly and I was looking at that scrolled. I don't know. Anyhow, looks like we are all getting this thing ready. You have a hard look. Tell me, Maria, do you have any influence on Peter Stamatin? He has a much greater influence on me. Why are you asking? Many people probably hate him. For what? For the construction on the other side of the river. Geniuses are always hated as much as they are needed. Saburov mortally hates Peter. He has personal scores to him. If Saburov reaches the power he vainly dreams of, Peter will be the first one he will send to the bones Solp. The rest rather suffer watching Peter drown his gift in tweeting vodka. I see. Oh, why did you ask? I met him recently. Notify Peter about the transfer of power to Saburov. Fine. By the way, apologies about the little panicky moment. I should have somewhat known that stuff like this is bound to happen in an alpha, and to be more precise, in the alpha of a game such as Pathologic. What I guess I cannot apologize that much, or apologize enough, depending, is the many times I tend to forget how to English. But still, as you all might know, or maybe might have even imagined, and if you don't, I guess that speaks very nicely to my English skills. English is not my first language. Anyhow, shall we exchange? Nah, thank you, sweetie. Besides, I may need more stuff to convince you. In the very surprising case that you might get some smolder or any stuff in the same style. By the way, just out of curiosity, I'm going to check if there's some or any extra dialogue triggered when we talk to Yulia. And there isn't. So anyhow, once we talk to Peter, and we talk to Saburov, probably I might even consider checking what happens with that stray dialogue that an angel happens to have. And if the tides of our missions, good lord, I hate these dogs, I really hate them. Sorry, if the tides of our missions do happen to bring us nearby, I'll check on Vladito's dialogue too. Yeah, I forgot, I wanted to check on Peter first, and then I'll go to Saburov. Good lord, these stairs. And this door. I hate this door. I hate it with a passion of 1,000 suns. And I'm not looking at the finger guns. I'm not looking at the finger guns. Peter, stop making me look at the finger guns. What was that rustle just now? Or is it outside the window? Well, haven't you changed your mind? No. And I have news for you. Which one? No later than tonight, Alexander Saburov will receive absolute power. Olginsky Cain will give him almost absolute powers to fight the dangerous infection that you and your brother stubbornly refuse to believe in. Damn it. Are you sure about this? Yes. And Georgi? What does the judge say? Damn it. So Saburov will also be judged? Undoubtedly. All. I'm a dead man. As luck will have it, just now, when I stand on the threshold of a truly great masterpiece. Good. Go. So I'm telling Andrei that you agree. Peter agrees to run. Go to Andrei. Save. Day 2. Peter 02. Go. Code. Oh, Christ. Oh, S house. Genius. You sit down. There is no truth in the legs. Your brother agrees. Well, good riddance to us from here. The light did not converge in this hole like a wedge. I may need a firearm on the way. Do you have a gun? No. Then we'll share the preparatory chores. Here's the money. A certain ghoul, nicknamed Bad Grief, conducts an underground trade. Have you met this rodent yet? Manage. You can always buy different homicidal stuff from... Sorry. I mean, the phrase... It's just too funny. Homicidal stuff. Yeah. Sorry. You can always buy different homicidal stuff from him. And so, he will charge an unheard of price. Tell him that Andrei is going to the kennels. He'll turn it down in no time. Perhaps he will even give it for free. Okay, and then what? Then come back. And I'll figure out how to get along with Gugun. Who's Gugun? A deaf mute machinist from the Barbarians. He's not quite human, made half out of earth, half out of bones, mixed up in sticky blood, inspired by thick twitting, like all their step-brethren. I would wring the beast's neck, but the locomotive will not go out without him. Don't frown, I'll take it on myself. Maybe if you tone it a bit down with the racism, that would be nice. This pleases. Andrei has some old business with the Bad Grief. It will help to get a weapon for escape. Get a firearm from the Bad Grief. Save. Day 2. Andrei. And off we go, meet Saburov. And man, you're a bit sunken down. Would you need some help there? No? Okay, I'm leaving. Now we get to see Saburov. I will send messengers with letters from Kain and Olgimsky. Now no one will dare put obstacles in my way. We are declaring quarantine. An operational headquarters will be set to come up to combat the epidemic. I tend to give us the leading roles in it. To myself by duty, to you by justice. We have to fight shoulder to shoulder. Do you agree? Now it... Okay. I need unlimited powers, free access to all quarters and personal weapons. From now on, the infected neighborhoods will be blocked. No one will leave the city until the situation is normalized. You will, of course, be granted access to all areas. Kain and Olgimsky won't stop you. I need a weapon, and preferably the right of its unlimited use. I'm announcing the recruitment of volunteers. We will select proven, strong family people with a good reputation from them. I'll give them the broadest powers. They will stop any cases of violence and looting. They will also stop attempts to use weapons. Where and when can I arm myself? I'm afraid that's not possible. Weapons are rare in the city. Perhaps there are outdated, homemade or banned samples on the black market or at one of the residences. I have no doubt that everyone who has them will sooner or later want to use them. That's how they'll show up, but I have nothing at my disposal. It's really annoying. Act on your own. I ask you only two things. First, think about yourself. Regular rest, nutrition, safety. Be careful. I'm afraid many will take advantage of the situation to settle personal scores or satisfy their hidden aspirations. The second is to spare human lives as much as possible. I will act according to the circumstances. The ruling families temporarily stopped the fight for power. A state of emergency is being introduced in a small town. According to tradition, the head of the Saburov family, Alexander, becomes the commander with broad executive powers. The town is quarantined. And, of course, we all know what happens. Due to the fact that we've done this. And yeah, if you've doesn't matter if you've played it or if you have seen the H-Bomber guy video, it's just a matter of common sense. Madam, I see you're still a little stuck there, sorry. Of course I won't ask. Now, as promised, we're going to check on the dialogues that Anna Angel happens to have. Do you think it's already impossible to stop it? Anna, now I want to make a serious request to you. Do you have medicines at home? Yes, there is. But in such a situation, I need them myself. Share it with you? It's much worse. I have an order to commandeer the entire stock. Why? We will study which means are effective and which are not. Then we will give out useful medicines, little by little. But they are mine. I was saving them just in case. I promise that when it becomes clear what means to help to protect yourself, I will bring them to you. If the conversation has gone like this, Bachelor, you'll better fulfill my request. Promise me you'll take care of a girl named Murky. I need her to stay alive. Do you know where to find her? I promise. Then here. That's all I managed to collect. I hope at least something will help you. Don't worry. Wait, did she actually give me... It looks like she did. Funny. Let's see the map. Let's see if I have to do something regarding Marky. Where are you? Oh, where is she? Heavens. She's not marked. But... yeah, in case you were wondering, I've pretty much stopped knowing the number I should mark the saves with. But anyhow, let's hope they all work. Just hope. And we'll check on Ladito to see what happens. But first of all, we're going to see Grief. Yeah, funnily enough, even at this stage, this game was already a lot. Yeah, people, he wrote, Doctor. I need a weapon, bad Griff. Everyone needs it. Is there a million? We can even use firearms. If you search, you will certainly find it. Everything has its price. You can sell me an artillery mortar for $1 million. A mortar. Precious, I'll give you for free. You can shoot thieves out of it in the doorway. But level that? A revolver. Maybe it will become more expensive. Andre goes to the kennel, Batgriff. That makes a difference. Take it like that. But it doesn't have long to shoot. It'll do. The weapon is received. Go back to Andre. And yeah, we have our revolver and some cartridges. Let's see. Save. The Grief 01. And yeah. Next stop is Bladito. Just in case to see if this mission that is more of a remnant of a mission that shouldn't exactly be there. Does turn up to give me anything. Still, it is somewhat weird to start to see some of the signs, but not seeing infected districts yet. Yeah, this has been a weird experience. Let's see, Vladito, my man, my husbando. And I have a proposal of extreme importance for you, Doctor. Do you think it's time for us to start requisitioning medicines? It is necessary to establish as soon as possible which of them will have a positive effect and which will not. So you believe me then? Rather, I admit the possibility of you being right, and I want to hedge against this possibility. Is that so? Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to take all this for free use, but if you're right, sooner or later we will have to take care of collecting all kinds of pills from the population for centralized distribution. I think it's better to do it now. Why not leave it as it is? Now these resources are distributed extremely heterogeneously. In particular, there are huge reserves of three people: the wife Notkin, the thugback Grief, and the singer Anna Angel. So I propose to buy them out and simply withdraw them from Anna. Don't know why not from the others, but how? I want to appeal to your authority. You are a medic. They trust you. Well, if you fail, I can tell you how you can force each of them. It's not always pleasant for people to do what others want them to do, naturally within reasonable limits. Tell me, curious. Tell the Batgrief that the spider has moved. Notkin, that the abbess sat on the throne. Hint to the singer about the caravan of the Ace of Diamonds. Surely do you remember this story? No, I don't remember. Stray singers who turn babies into freaks. It can be that you don't know. The noise was all over the country. By the way, ask Anna about it. It's getting more and more interesting. But as you see, it doesn't actually count as an official mission. And yet, funnily enough, you gotta ask at least 2 different people. But yeah, maybe I could try. And maybe that means I get access to some extra medicine. Dear people, dear road, doctor. I have business with you. Well, we are business people. Speak your mind. I'll buy medicines from you. I won't sell it, no. Sell it, Batgrief. You don't need them anyway. On the contrary, doctor, on the contrary. I'll change your pills for cartridges. Just bring it to us yourself. Such things are happening. And you want to take the pills away from us? There's not my consent. What? Any to any? Well, don't take me for a fool. Effective. The earth is full of hearing, and it is already known here what helps, what does not. I will change it, 1 to 1. It's not a pity for a dear person. Will you bring it? We'll see. I warned you. There's a very large demand for pills here. If you come to change, we'll take the ones that you like. Hide the best ones before you come to me. Note. I've packed you some medicine. Changing. 1 to 1? As agreed. Batgriff, what's going on with the dormitory? The urn turned out to be a big one. Pestilence is crawling on the ground, but he does not protect the people. He probably knew everything about everything for a long time, but he was silent. What do you mean? He would rather strangle himself than stop his pump. According to him, at least we all die, just to suck fat from the ground and drink blood from the people. Why is the dormitory blocked? Why are the factories closed today? Well, where are the hard workers? They don't dare to make a sound against him. Are you so moved by the suffering of the working people? Didn't you guys believe factory wives in the doorways yesterday? Who did you take me for, Doctor? We don't keep murderers. If any are killed, they are not our comrades. If we meet them, we'll bite them ourselves. Anyone who climbs on you with a knife, cut without pity. There will be no offense from us for that. You calming me down. Goodbye. And yeah, looks like it doesn't work here. Let's check with Notkin. I'm curious. But of course this is bound to not actually work. We all know that. From the comrade-in-chief of the two-fold forces to the comrade-in-chief of the anti-death forces, a threefold salute. I'm reporting the news. It looks like someone gave the order to seal the warehouses. How did you find out about this? Usually merchants come to the warehouses, take the goods to the shops. You understand. Meat products are unloaded to distant warehouses for shipment. No one appeared neither yesterday nor today. Some Rotosei came, but left without much slurping. They didn't have the keys. Who could have given such an order? One of two things. Either it was done by someone from Olgimsky, or it is in tricks of the insidious Batgriff. Once he was in charge of the life of the warehouses, but gradually became the king of the thieves' world. He hates the owner. I mean, Big Blood. Why would they need it? Batgriff could use the hype to steal something valuable under the pretext of panic. Olginsky, his right man, would never close the warehouses. He would strangle himself for a penny. So if it protects you from the epidemic, who said he didn't believe in the threat of pestilence? You are an observant guy, Ataman. Okay, it's pretty much the same one. So there's no actual using in continuing with this, and I'm going to see Andrei. just to get this mission closed at the very least. Or wait for it, mostly. And you know, much as I have complained mostly during this second day, I do love this game, and I am, yeah, very grateful for the chance that it is playing it in its alpha state, because it's funny. Yeah, I say I love this game. I love the world that surrounds it. I love its characters, and it's having the chance to play the alpha provides a sort of yeah, it might sound a bit too pedantic, but it feels like video game archaeology, at least a bit, and yeah, it's an experience. I have the weapon. Okay, we meet at the entrance to the station at 22 o'clock. Just don't go near the locomotive. See you. And yeah, that's over. We're gonna go to Eva's, maybe buy some stuff to eat in the meanwhile, because I did end up with some monies. Hunger's okay, more or less, but yeah, wouldn't hurt to have some stuff, even though I'm not sure. Shall we exchange? Sorry, darling. Apparently, I don't have anything that you may like. Looks like the fountains have been broken. Looks like our town is a bit in hysterics already. Anyhow, let's fill some water. Yeah. This is a game. Shall we exchange? Oh, good heavens, I forgot I don't have anything that the little girls might like. Don't mind you, if I find any little girl that has a smother, I am more than prepared to cheat. I would hate to do it, but I am more than prepared to cheat. Well. Yeah, let's get to Eva's. She has nothing to tell us. Oh. Silly mouse. And for once I'm not referring to the Rat Prophet. Save day 2 Eva 05. Of course. Yes, I forgot. No, for once I needed this. It's 6 o'clock, so we need 4 hours. We sleep some and wait for our impending doom. And apparently that wall also happens to hate me. Yeah. To the station it is. Let's see if we can escape this place, though we already know the answer. Besides, we haven't even met the other 2 healers yet. And I'm intrigued to see if there's any difference in the way we meet them to what will be in the final version. So we can meet the man who calls us Onion and the little gremlin. Go, Onion. I need to collect the tools. Am I losing the plot yet again? I might be, just a little. No, we're not looking for this. We're looking for the trains that are actually leaving. Yeah. And here they are. Good Lord in heaven. Talk to our chief. He's standing next to the driver. Talk to our chief. He's standing next to the driver. And here he is. But the driver is not an Odong, he's an executor. Tankowski, I was ordered to stop you. Okay. I'm canceling the escape. Failed to escape. All paths are blocked by mobilized patrolmen. What were you thinking, Daniel Dankowski, Bachelor of Medicine and celebrity thanatologist from the capital? What were you just thinking? As I said, I'm trying to tone it down with the expletives, otherwise and there might be stuff happening that I don't want to happen with this video. Big sigh. Guess that we can only try and go find the theater and a place to sleep, because otherwise the day won't finish. Let's get some bottles, nice bottles, and sigh our way into oblivion. And before we do actually get to theater, not yet. It's almost 12 and the day will be over. We know that our bound will be fine. Bless them. And we cannot hope for anything else. Good Lord, I kind of feel like the Spider-Man gif. I'm so tired. We go for a sleepy at Lara's place because it's closer to the city theater. Save day 2 Lara 05, because I promise that in the next day I'll keep a better tally of my saves. And yeah, here it is. Letter from Mark. Bachelor, hurry up. The performance in the theater begins. My sweetie Lara. I love her so much. Did you guys notice maybe that she's my favorite? Yeah. In both versions actually. Even if her character, yeah, she does change a bit. But I love her. I really do. And off we go to the theater. Yeah. Performance is almost ready. There's only 2 minutes to midnight, and no, this has not almost felt like the doomsday clock. Bachelor, you're just in time. The performance begins. I would be glad to see. Everyone dreams of perfection, but what could be more perfect than the creation of nature? There's no need to interfere. She will arrange everything in the best way. Pantomime has enough body to express any thought. Nothing extraneous is needed. You can do without foreign objects, but they enrich the arsenal of expressive means. Or am I wrong? I've been waiting for these words. You can't think otherwise, Doctor. I used to think so myself, but then he doubted it. Tell me, is wealth always good? Yes, always. Thought he was going to give me money or something like that. And we are at day 3, and as such, we are closing here. Save. Day 3, Theater 01.
Well, that was a day, wasn't it? Also, quite a reminder of one of the reasons why I love this game, and also why I hate it. Because I've played it, and because I am insane enough to play it again for you all in all the versions possible. And I wouldn't have it any other way. So, we'll see each other next week with day 3, and maybe, just maybe, a little surprise before that.